We're here in Orlando, Florida to discuss Save Our Kids Forum. We have people from around the country. We have different organizations that's represented here, and we're trying to come together to discuss the epidemic of opioids that is happening in our country and to see how we can come together and collaborate on how we can minimize the epidemic and save our kids.
On behalf of me and my husband, David Siegel, and my family, we really truly want to thank all of you, thank our Victoria's Voice Foundation, our elected officials, the sheriffs, and all of the other people that are very passionate about this cause of saving our next generation from the drug epidemic and being together and making a difference today.
You're not going after adults when you're putting fentanyl in something that looks like candy. You're going after 13, 14-year-olds. You can buy Xanax and Adderall pill presses on Amazon, and it's so cheap, and they're putting this junk in everything, and that's why giving out Narcan and naloxone is so vitally important.
I have received more than 3,000 vapes in the last 2 years from kids all over this country. I have received in my possession 8 vaping devices that tested positive for fentanyl since January of this year. We are impacting so many lives. We are about to deliver Victoria's diary and her story to 1 million students in November. We will reach 1 million students in November.
Like David and Jackie, lost my own son at 21 years of age due to a substance abuse problem. 1 in 4 high school kids, grades 8 to 12, will use marijuana 3 to 4 times this month. 25%. But what does marijuana in the adolescent development brain, what does it do? It has marked effect on the wiring diagram. It leads to psychotic behavior. It predisposes to psychiatric disorders, and it also leads to addiction.
If you initiate a drug before age 17, you are likely to become dependent because the brain is indelibly changed from that point on. And we're most successful if we can keep them to not initiate up until age 25 when the brain is fully matured. And I'm so grateful to Jackie for inviting me here today to be a part of this, and so gratified to see the people who assemble to try to deal with this problem that is the biggest problem that we as a country are facing today.
Last legislative session, Seminole County, in our partnership with the work that we do, we had 8 bills in the state of Florida that passed that is shaping the narrative across the country. Some of those highlights is now we cleaned up the murder statute language in Florida law so we can prosecute drug dealers for first-degree murder. And in Seminole County, we've done that 32 times more than any other county in the state of Florida. Other people are joining in. You cannot solve this problem with 50% of the country. It takes 100% of our ambassadors that are in this room and across the country. And I thank God that David and Jackie and their family is in my life and inspiring the work that good people are doing in this room. But the reality is the hard work is still ahead of us.
Thank you for having me at today's Save Our Kids Forum. And thank you for supporting the introduction of a bipartisan resolution to declare June 6th as National Naloxone Awareness Day.
It's now time for the roundtable program. We'll begin the discussion.
When my son had anxiety, marijuana was the things that he turned to. But he didn't know he was turning to a 90% THC marijuana. Well, it created an addiction. He passes away in his sleep by accident. It doesn't start just at fentanyl. It started all the way down to a simple thing like marijuana.
The growth of the marijuana industry, coincidentally, parallels the growth of opiate deaths in America. Think about that for a minute. There is a correlation, and we got to stop ignoring it.
I had no clue for the longest time. I thought all these things were just flavored, so it made them better. But I think more people need to understand that it's a cover-up. People are so blindsided by it, by the fruitiness, the flavors, the colors. They just think that it's okay. We need more people like Michael to shed the light.
She is saved due to David and Jackie Siegel, due to Michael D. Leone. Not only has my daughter been saved, but my husband, because of this organization.
I was so thrilled when I went to the Victoria's Voice website
and saw all of the prevention. This is going to be something that we're going to make accessible to parents on via the internet, and I think it's going to make a huge difference.
What we are trying to do is get to the repeat offenders and those that are actually doing it themselves, because these parents are leading by example to the youth, and that's where we have to get in touch to.
I work with a lot of high school athletes, youth athletes, college athletes. In order for you to play any high school sport, your parent has to sign off on that. Well, before a parent can sign off on that, they need to come to this kind of group meeting, and we introduce things like this in front of that.
When I hear the death toll from different counties, different areas going down, that's like Christmas comes early. Every death that we prevent is a blessing. I know that those parents are not going to have to go through what Jackie and I went through. Your turnout has just vindicated what I'm doing, and I can't thank you enough for coming.